All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. And to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. 25 yards that time.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 13.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
We're scoreless after 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Foreman. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Hard throw, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll run here with Mack. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check, 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 check.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, But which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
No problem for me.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Spiller, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big ass. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On third down, Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58's the money. 58's the money. Stop your whining. What's right? Yeah, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, what?
Throwing. Descent. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Hill on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yellow. I've got blue, lady.
Record. Check 15. Check 15. Switch it.
I don't need to.
Hatch it. Back.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
I'm coming.
Hey. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Here we go. Shoot.
They'll go again here with Matt. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a carry from Mack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
36.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. So we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow.
Check. Watch 54. Yeah. Showing it. Easy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go. Check. Fresno.
Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mack, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Hilton. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's go. 50 Pittsburgh. 54. Now watch run. Will. Protect.
From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 50. I got him.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett, and he's going to go down again.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Fire down these two. There's a little lady.
Yeah, QB's trash. Let's go.
That's it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win in terms of